Hi guys, before we start this video, I have some real talk about censorship. Obviously, you can tell, I ain't one to censor my videos. I mean, look at my username for Christ's sake. So this video doesn't automatically get removed off of YouTube or gets demonetized if I do or whatever. As soon as I start making ad revenue, I am going to censor this. Just a little bit, not heavily, but man, this game has a lot of curse words and dark humor. I will post an uncensored version up on Twitter or make a free Patreon or have a Google Drive down below and you guys can watch the video there. But regardless, we'll figure that out later. But I hope you guys like the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe with notifications on. It really does help the channel grow. Now, let's get into Monster Prom! Yay! So we're gonna play it. Unfortunately, I'm playing by myself. Ooh, second term, of course. And we're gonna play the 60-minute full game because why not? Spooky high school. The sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid. But always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Of course, I always pick her. I could name myself that. Let's something
Sweet!
sweet, yes. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 6 weeks were left. And as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 8 most charismatic classmates. Scott Howell, 21, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. He's the funniest thing. I love going his routes because he's just like, if a werewolf fights me, does that make me a werewolf? Or if a werewolf fights me, does that make me a werewolf? You know, it's funny. With a stupidly huge heart, yes. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19, a sweet mermaid princess who, as cute as she was extremely yes, very much though. Polly Geist, 22, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Damien LaVey, 21, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Liam D. Lioncourt IV, XX, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork. Zoe Forever, an eldritch cutie who went from endless deity of the dark realms to ultimate fangirl. Calculester Hewitt Packard version 1.0, a library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. And Vera Alberline, 23, a mean, self-made gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 6 weeks to find our We only had 6 weeks to choose our prom date, and even a more daunting, we had 6 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever! All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more, we are now using our PhD in to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever, trademark, will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start! You wish you were raised by a really progressive marriage between a feminist snake and actual fire. I love fire, and I see no issue being raised by it. A pack of wild wolves who also happen to be tech Mongols who own some of the most profitable companies of Silicon Valley. They would be kick-ass role models and wild wolves. Wild wolves. Sick! A mysterious old man who saved me from the street in order to raise me as his disciple in the ancient ways of rad DJ. And I don't see any issue with being raised by fire. What is your soul? The emoji that speaks the truth of your soul. Caucasian guy with a turban. Because stereotypes. Octopus emoji. Best animal on earth. I know 5 mixed drinks, 3 drug tales, and 17 are involved. 1 or several octopi. Oh my god. Snowman, because that is in the middle of Blizzard and he's smiling. He doesn't give a about blizzards and he has that. Yes. The world will end tomorrow. What will you do today? I'll finish my novel. Whoever comes after the end should know my legacy. Nobody ends the world but me. I'll end the world today. I would panic because that's what real organic people do, and I am a real organic person. I always party as if there were no tomorrow, so who cares? 100 push-ups! No, 200 push-ups! They always tell you the world is ending. I'll profit off of other people's hysteria. Nobody ends the world but me. I'll end the world today. What would be a deal breaker for a potential lover? The person who uses Internet Explorer. The person is mediocre. The person who thinks Asuka is the best waifu. The person who lacks days. The person who hates the outdoors. The person who lacks manners. The person who uses Internet Explorer.
Let's go.
Let's go. And if you are curious what goes to what, you scroll over this and it tells you. So, you know, I'm very bold already. So let's go have some fun. That day during recess, you start half-hour-long rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. Damien and got calculus. They're backed into a corner and things look heated. You head over to see what's the matter.
What's up?
Quit holding out on me, butthole. I know you got a secret weapon. Wow, robo-racist. How dare you, Damien.
Damien, please. Not all robots have a secret weapon.
Even my dad's lawnmower has a secret weapon.
Inconsistent information. Hell does not have lawns.
Well, okay. It's more of a tank than a lawnmower, and the weapons aren't so much secret as they are numerous. Hey, you're just trying to distract me by making me think about a rad tank. You're not getting off that easy. Show me your secret weapon! You better defuse the situation before it turns extremely violent, but will you defuse it by distracting Damien or by revealing Cal's secret? Damien, I know where Calculaster's secret weapon is. It's the most hidden location of all. Portugal. Hey, what about this button that says super secret weapon, do not press? Definitely this one.
Secret weapon compromise. Initiate lion. Oh. You mean this one? It's only a hilarious joke. Haha.
A hilarious joke, huh? Then I guess you won't mind if I press it.
In the name of logical consistency, I must acquire.
Sick, beep beep boop. Damien punches Calculaster button, maybe a little bit harder than necessary.
Secret weapon engaged. Initiating codename Carpet Shredder.
Everyone in the vicinity braces for impact as Calculaster unleashes the illiest dance move you ever seen.
Were you ready for the jelly? Yes or no?
I wasn't ready! Calculator stance leaves you and your classmates in tears. The only thing the secret weapon has demolished is your heart.
Phase 1 complete. Begin Phase 2.
Calculator proceeds to launch 15 cruise missiles out of his chest, totally demolishing the moon.
Whoa, that's crazy!
It's just so beautiful.
Oh dear, I seem to have destroyed the moon again.
It's fine though. You and Damien get to rebuild the moon with a saucy, winky face on it. It's so saucy that you gain +2 creativity and +1 fun. Awesome. I love that.
Let's go.
We're going to be sitting next to Damien, of course. You find Scott and Damien immersed in their favorite mobile game, Pokemon's Go. Of course. Based on the classic Pocket Humans. My Reginald Bosworth uses tax audit. Oh no, my Lindsay Roberts never saved the receipts. It's super effective. Haha. And now for the finishing blow. Wait, what? Reginald contracted lymphoma? Reginald's lymphoma deals 500 physical damage to him and 99 emotional damage to him and his loved ones? What the Woo! I win again! Why are your Pokemon so unhealthy, Damien? No, Pokemon, sorry. Why are your Pokemon so unhealthy, Damien? Because I make them smoke cigarettes and live next to toxic waste dumps, obviously. Maybe you should stop that? Where's the fun in that? Let's have another match. What are you two nerds doing? Nerding around. Nerd up, nerds. Whoa, Scott, is that you? We haven't recognized you under all that nerdery. What are you doing playing a dumb video game for stupid babies? But Pokemon's isn't dumb. It's cool because no way, Scott is going to come up with anything, but if you do, maybe you can score some points with Scott or Damien. Show them a phone that equipped with Pokemons can also be used as a football. Say nothing. Help them with team vegetables. Ah, vegetables. We hate those. Stop it. Seriously, tell us with ground beef or something, or at least throw some sausages or pig ears. How about some forks and knives? Or some knives and knives? I'm just going to keep throwing knives. Ah! Those knives are almost as bad as the vegetables. Guys, come on. Stop throwing carrots and knives at my cousins. You stop alright. As soon as the wolf pack has retreated out of range. Nice thinking, finally. A use for vegetables, am I right? Damien barely remembers to take the knife out of his hand before high-fiving you. He does, though. And that's a win. That day during recess, you start a half-hour-long rave that goes full crazy. You're casually chatting with Juan, the small magical Latino cat. You start telling him the hilarious story of what happened last summer at Monster Camp. You know which one. The one involving the beehive, the blow-up doll of the president, the penguin mask, and the mystery of the Goblin King. Slowly, lots of people start joining you to hear the story. By the time you say where the Goblin King was, 100 people or so burst into hysterical laughter. You turn on a mobile app that captures all the laughter and turns into +2 fun. Okay, that's a lot. You're living your spookiest life when you hear the giggling of an eldritch cutie pie met by the snorting of an angry prince of hell. I'm not saying that's definitely how you lost your horn. I'm just saying that's one of my headcanons for it. Headcanon? Yeah, how I imagine you lost it in my mind when I think of all the cool adventures everyone had at Spooky High must have gone on before I joined all of you as a regular girl. Regular girls don't come and ask me if I nobly sacrificed my horn for the coven because I'm secretly horny for hope. What? Okay, but I also have a Spooky High Seas AU where the whole school is a pirate ship and you lost your horn to a bad case of scurvy. What? Scurvy. If I was a pirate, I only get the coolest, most dangerous diseases. I also wrote a human high AU where you're not missing your horn at all because you're missing a. How is a horn an analog for a robot? Also, don't answer that. Stop making up canons about my head. The only canons I like are the ones with the two ends. I'll happily stop making up headcanons if you tell me the real story. I don't like any of these options. You could just tell Zoe and Damien lopped off one of his horns to piss off his dads. You feel like you heard that somewhere. But your friends don't tell their other friends secrets. This looks for a job for lying. And maybe, just maybe, you can use your answer to impress one of the other of your very attractive classmates. As we know, demon horns are a powerful aphrodisiac. It's not hard to imagine how Damien lost his wink. Who gives a how Damien lost his horn? You should see what the other guy lost. It was most things. Yeah! That's right. You should see that other guy. Guys, there were 5 of them. Oh my god, there were? Tell me all their names. I'm going to write them all down and include plenty of details so everyone know how true of a story this is. Yeah, totally. They were all giants and their names were Star Eater, Monstrous McNightmare, Death, and Beast Mode and Hope Killer. You finish for him, and the 2 of you quickly proceed to yes and the out of the situation. You're talking about Death Shotgun, which is also shotgun that shoots shotguns and shoot lasers. And the laser's on fire, and the laser is poison. You continue. And the poison is made out of the blood of Beast Mode because I killed him first. This is so interesting and important. Every single word of this super accurate story is going into this fanfiction. It's going to be the most accurate, spooky high fanfic ever. I can't wait for the whole world to hear about that time that Hope Killer paid for taking his horn with his life, and with his $1 trillion inheritance you'll come into a few years, everyone is going to fear you now.
Fucking metal!
You'd think after being a nightmare deity for a few centuries, she'd be a little harder to f with. Don't get me wrong, it's fun having someone around who I know did more murders than I did once upon a time, but she can be a little much. Instead of worrying about whatever crazy she's going to write about my missing horn, why don't you and I focus on everything that isn't missing? Ooh! Dang, that includes at least 4 limbs and his other horn and his junk. Awesome, you gain +2 charm and +1 smarts. Ooh! I'll play bold. What's bold? Bathroom.
Show me that money.
Oh, okay. I guess I accidentally went to the shop. You know what? I'm gonna buy this. It has flames in its skull and even a knife. With this, you can murder your enemy. You know what? Yes. More bullets! Yes! Let's go!
Let's go.
Oh, not those 2 again. What the f is this guy? Tony the Tiger looking.
Friend Damien, I am having trouble getting a positive ID on the objects in your possession. Would you declare their components?
Sure thing, Robo Bro. What I have here is a can of gasoline and a lighter, and the grin of a madman who about to set a cafeteria table on fire.
I comprehend now. It seems to me that the most logical exploitation is that you are about to set a cafeteria table on fire.
Calculaster, how much plus smarts must you have to figure out that mystery out?
My intelligence cannot be calculated using your overly simplistic methods. However, my morality module indicates that setting cafeteria table on fire is not within the bounds of acceptable school behavior. In fact, it seemed to me in my metaphorical but not a literal heart that is not nice.
Huh?
Did I say that I was going to be nice? No! I said it was going to be awesome!
Running back conversation to check for the phrase gonna be awesome. Error phrase not found. No, friend Damien, you never said it was going to be awesome.
I didn't need to. It was implied, but in the grin of a madman part, Calculaster. Why are you trying to ruin my fun? It's a matter of perspective, Calculator, where you see a table, Damien sees wood to set flame to cook his food, so Damien is totally in the right to set on fire. Calculator is right, Damien. Be respectful. Do not set fire to this table. Set fire to the cafeteria table because it's designed for arson. You know, the green one by the door in case of need to set fire to a table on. Hold up. No. Calculator is right. Be responsible. Nah, we're not. No, that's not fun. This is fun.
Fucking metal.
Yep, Liz is totally correct. I'm setting this table on fire for eating-related purposes, which in a cafeteria is totally fine.
Premise that cafeterias are for eating-related activities accepted. Run and scan on setting things on fire in order to consume the necessary nutrition of organic beings need. Yes, it appears the process of cooking is common, and that fire is needed. The preferred tool. Forgive my misunderstanding. What I thought was an act of selfless arson is rather a necessary step in order keeping your feeble form alive.
My form isn't feeble! But don't feel bad about the misunderstanding, Calculator. I'll forgive you if you give me plus money and help me set up this table on fire.
Certainly, friend Damien.
Oh, and I get to eat your firstborn.
I am happy.
Even if I find it hard to believe I will be organically able to have enough firstborn, that seems like an equal exchange for my misstep based on the interactions I have observed here at Smoky High.
And so it is. And so it was. Together, you and Damien tricked a robot into committing arson. Aw, romantic. I love that.
Let's go.
Do I need charm? I don't need charm. I don't need charm at all. Okay. That day during recess, you start a full half-hour rave that goes full crazy. At one point, Swan, the small magical Latino cat, slips on a banana peel. You start to laugh at him. That's mean. He asks you to stop, but you don't. You laugh so hard at him, you somehow steal +2 fun from him. Hooray! Damien just mind his own business, clotheslining people, when you suddenly hear a loud siren that goes off above you. It's the Slayer. She's on top of the roof of the school holding a megaphone, and she's looking right at Damien.
Prepare to die.
Prepare to die. What's up, ballsack? Put this on your horn and smoke it. Your mama's so fat when she possesses someone, they don't need exorcism. They need liposuction. Oh yeah, well. Damien's stuck. It's up to you. Figure out a comeback. You lean over and whisper in his ear. Your mama's so poor she can't even sell her soul because she's only renting it. I feel like that's not original. You Van Helsing looking piece of Oh yeah, well your mama's so poor she can't even sell her soul because she's only renting it. Your mama's so dumb she thinks a hellmouth is what you get if you suck too much. Your mama's so ugly she lost a beauty contest to the girl from The Exorcist. Jesus Christ. Your mama's so cursed. Alright, quit it. The Slayer runs off to search the internet for comebacks, but it's too late. Damien's already won. You gain +2 fullness and +1 fun. Awesome!
Let's go.
Let's go! More fullness. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority.
And you will respect my authority. Whatever, I do what I want.
I guess some people just wanted to watch the world burn. True that. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms, you get 0 plus, but you gain +2 boldness. You see Damien being the piss out of a goblin like he always does when he's depressed. You go over and ask him what's up. It's just the whole heir to the throne of hell thing. It's really bumming me out. I hate being the prince of hell, and I was going to hate being the king of hell even more. I mean, how am I supposed to rebel against authority when I am authority? Ugh. Not even being the piss out of the goblin is cheering me up. Damien continues to beat the piss out of the goblin, but his heart clearly isn't in it.
I mean, is there anything rad I can do as the king of hell? Literally anything? Probably because my dads are such lame asses. They keep going on about, what's the word? Diplomacy? Diploma monkey?
Diplomacy. Am I saying that right? Diplomacy? Whatever. I'll have it taken out of the dictionary while I'm king. Suck on that, Webster. Damien's so excited, he even stops strangling that goblin and sends you a massage coupon as a thank you. You gain a +2 smarts and +1 boldness. Ooh.
Let's go.
Let's go! You find Damien and Vera contemplating a huge slab of my brain's having an aneurysm, I swear. You find Damien and Vera contemplating a huge slab of unidentifiable primate. Alright, Damien. I know we had our share of disagreements during this convoluted poaching expedition.
Ever had a dreams that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
My brain don't work. Like when you told me not to bring all my knives. But I trust that we can put our differences behind us and enjoy the fruits of our labors. You mean the meats of our labors? Yes, together. We will enjoy this raw, bloody cut of meat as a symbol of our... Wait, raw and bloody? You mean you're not even going to try using fire on it? Of course I used fire. I specifically instructed the chef to prepare the meat while glancing briefly at a lit stove. Did the fire ever, touch the meat? Whatever, what would be the point of that? A cut this fine can only be eaten ultra rare. Like hell it can. You wait here while I get my culinary flamethrower. Damien, please, let's be reasonable about this. What is reasonable? If we can't come to an agreement, let's appeal to make can't read arbitrary third-party list will surely make the intelligent choice for us. Isn't that right? My word, the steak is too cooked already. Rub some ice on and down some blood quick. The only correct way to enjoy the steak is after its charred remains have been retrieved from a burning building. Yes, that's what I like to hear. That and the sounds of screaming people fleeing in a burning building. But roasting totally deserves the flavor of done talking. Fire time now. As you flee the situation. As you flee screaming from the burned building, you find Damien right beside you. He takes your hand and smiles. Aww. It almost makes the third degree burns and massive property damage worth it. No, it does make it worth it. What do you mean?
Well, I hope you guys like this video of Monster Prom. Yes, this is only part 1 to a part 2 episode thing because the video is just that long. It's insane. But I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want the non-censor version anywhere, just comment down below where you would like it. Anywho, I'll see you guys later.